Welcome to the Geeky Girls Knit podcast. I'm Cece, also known as Java Pearl.
I'm Damaris, also known as Damaris-a-bit-weird.
And we're glad to have you today. Today is Wednesday, the 27th of November, 2013, and this is episode 65. We'd like to say a big hello to any new viewers. Thanks for giving us a look. Hope you enjoy the podcast. And a big welcome back. We love you. Tell them we love them.
We love them.
You're not making a heart. Aw, see, we love you. To all of our returning viewers, we love y'all muchly. Thanks for watching, week after week. We have a lot to talk about this episode, especially about Doctor Who. So, yeah, Doctor Who. Yeah, Doctor Who. Doctor Who, Doctor Who.
And then, Doctor Who.
Doctor Who, Doctor
Yeah.
Who.
You know?
So, we'll touch a little bit on it in the Yummy section, but...
it'll mostly be in the TV section.
Yeah, in the what we're watching section at the end.
At the very, very end.
Of that segment. I was trying to say segment and it wouldn't say. I apologize in advance for my voice. I'm sick again, but we're recording anyway. So I'll probably be drinking water a lot during the episode. So I apologize for that because I know it bothers some of you. But it was either drink water and record or not drink water and don't record. And I figured you wanted to see us. So. Do you think you're like the Doctor or something?
Yeah.
Well, then I'm River.
Ow!
Alrighty, well, we had better get started.
Now we're going to talk about what's on our needles.
So what's on your needles, Mare?
I am doing the Seamless Soloma Slippers by Megan Williams and Susan Busby.
Hey, me too.
I already have one completed.
Hey, me too.
It's red and burgundy and green. The yarn.
Yeah, your yarn is
right there. Woolcraft New Fashion Double Knitting in the Glacia, which is the green, and maroon, which is the maroon.
And mine is Sirdar Folk Song Chunky in the Quirky colorway.
And both on US 6s, 4mm. And here's the other one I have in progress.
Yeah, here's my other one in progress too.
You have more than me.
So these ones that I'm knitting are for a swap that I'm doing. And then the pair that Damaris is doing, I'm going to do a pair out of that same yarn. And it's going to be for the Spinning Guild Christmas party thing. Yeah. So you're almost done so that I can have that yarn to do a pair. I think we're going to put pom-poms on them just because that's fun.
I'm trying to find a place to put a pom-pom.
We will find a place.
I found a place.
Oh, right there? Yeah, that'll be cute.
There's a little tiny hole there, so I thought you could put it there.
Brilliant.
Good at this.
I'm still working on the diamond baby blanket for my new nephew. I started seaming it together, but I'm not going to show it to you this week. Hopefully it'll be done to show you that next week. I got just a smidge of spinning done this week. I'm still spinning this hand-blended British BFL and Merino roving from Hilltop Cloud. I'm not happy with some of the resubs, so I may pull it back, and I had some rough spinning days, so.
Yes, I did it!
And I think that's everything that's on our needles. So we should move on to the next segment.
Now going to talk about our finished projects.
So what did you finish this week?
I finished a baby hat for...
Why is this humorous?
I can't reach.
Oh, yeah, we pushed it back because I'm about to show you my sweater, and we didn't want to have to do it on air to push the camera back.
I finished this baby hat for my cousin It is the Rialto Baby Beanie by Haley Waxford.
Yes.
And the yarn is Jenny House's Handspun Yarns Shetland DK in a multicolored colorway, like browns and greens and blues and reds and
Oranges.
yellow. It's more of a yellow. It's the same pattern that I did before, just in the baby instead of toddler size.
Yes. And you haven't soaked it yet, have you? So we need to do that so that it gets soft.
It feels pretty soft, but not soft enough for a baby.
Yeah, so we'll do that. So this week I finished my Nanny Swimmo sweater. Yay, me! So I was knitting the Ho Aloha by Mel Ski, who is Mel of the Single Handed Knitter podcast. And I knitted out of King Cole Bounty Erin in the Pink Mist colorway. And it was on US 7's 4.5 mil and US 8's 5 mil. And I ended up with 66,212 stitches. And it took me 24 days to knit this sweater. I don't think you're going to be able to totally tell a whole lot by me standing up and showing you. So if you want to see a better picture of it, either on my project page or I posted it yesterday on Instagram. So let me see if I can stand up here. I want to show them the buttons.
You have the buttons.
There. And it's very, very long. You can't really tell how long it is. And I have thumb holes. So I am very pleased with it. And I can't believe I knit it in 24 days. That's why not much else has gotten done, because I was knitting on this. So, yay for Nanny Swimmo. And if you're still working on your Nanny Swimmo sweater, you can do it. You still have 3.5 days to go. You can do it. All right, on to the next segment. And now it's time for my favorite part of our show, Yummies. What are yummies, Mare?
Yummies are our current favorite things we like, things we want to talk to you about, things that we love. Like y'all. I love y'all so much. Thank you so much for your support for my brand new sock pattern, Socks for 10, Doctor Who inspired socks. They are still on sale this week, actually for a whole nother week until December the 4th, I believe it is. It says it on the pattern page. Well, but if you purchase the pattern, you can then send me a PM on Ravelry, and I will gift it to someone of your choice for free. So thank you so much for your support and for favoriting it and queuing it and buying it. Love you all very much. All right, let's talk a little Doctor Who. How about 12 cheers for Google? Well, 13.
13 cheers for Google.
Woo!
Did you see the fun Doctor Who Google game this week?
Yes.
So much fun. In fact, Damaris gave the Hubs and I chastising because
I couldn't sleep. You were playing it very loudly.
So the Hubs and I were playing the Google Doodle game one evening after Damaris went to bed. Well, the first evening that it came out, and we had the sound on both of them, and so it was like doubling the noise, and it was keeping Damaris awake. But it was a lot of fun to fight the Daleks and the Weeping Angels.
Yes, I played it twice and went through all the regenerations both times. And 8 is very good at getting away from the Weeping Angels.
Yeah, I didn't go through all the regenerations, so I did pretty good on it. But we're gonna.
And then at the end, they had a.
Oh yeah, they had a Doctor Who Time Lord
dance party.
Time Lord dance party. Woo. So I think that the link we have will let you still access the game if you missed it, so we'll put that in the show notes. All right, what did we watch last week?
Okay, last week on Friday, the 22nd, we watched An Adventure in Space and Time, which was a dramatized documentary by Mark Gatiss about Doctor Who's origin.
Yes.
And it was on BBC Two. And it was just beautiful.
Loved it.
Seriously. Some highlight. Well, Jessica Raine was fabulous as Verity Lambert.
Oh, she was so good. I love her. I can't wait for Call the Midwife to come back.
Yeah, and David Bradley was excellent as William Hart.
Oh gosh, yeah, he was so good. I liked him too.
Yes, and the I Don't Want to Go part about
Oh,
it was just...
I cried.
I cried too. Like,
Because
I'm pretty sure every time I watch it, and I want to watch it again and again, I will cry each time. Then at the end,
oh, it was so sweet.
with Matt, with William Hartnell at the very end, and he was doing the same thing that William Hartnell did with the controls. He turned the knobs and then put both his hands on the meters and leaned forward slightly.
Oh, it was so sweet.
Gosh.
It was so well done. Kudos to you. Like he's ever going to watch this episode. But we love you anyway. Time Lord dance party. All right. And then there was after the
Doctor Who 50th
it aired,
anniversary, there was a trailer for the next episode, which was the Christmas special. And I am not ready.
I'm not either. I don't want Matt to go.
No.
Matt, we love you.
I'm not ready.
So there's
I'm gonna try to convince you to rewatch the end of time in series 5 through 7. Yeah,
so
it's a lot less than trying to watch 7 series, not including the 2009 hour-long each specials.
So we know there's going to be Cybermen and Silence.
Cybermen and Silence and Weeping Angels and Daleks.
Yeah. So, and on the poster, if you've seen the poster that's been released, if you look into the flame, one of the flames, Peter Capaldi's face is in it. So, and then...
Okay, so some people were saying, like, the day before the 50th anniversary or something, like, what if after Doctor Who they give us a Sherlock trailer? Well,
they did! So exciting. Sherlock lives.
Is Anderson running a Sherlock club? Sherlock fan club?
Sherlock lives. Sherlock lives. And BBC has confirmed that it is going to be shown sometime during the Christmas, their Christmas fortnight, worth of Christmas programming. So sometime between, what did I say, December 21st and January 4th?
Yes.
The first episode will be shown.
3 weeks. 3 weeks of episodes.
Yes.
3 weeks of an hour and a half episodes.
I'm so excited. I love Sherlock. Okay, and then we watched the Doctor Who The After Party.
You don't like Doctor Who at all?
No. My favorite part. Alex Kingston, River Song.
Yes, and all the people who couldn't be at the after party, like Saran Jones, Freema Eichmann, Kylie Minogue, is that how you say it? Kylie.
And
Karen Gillan, and Arthur Darvill, and just everyone. It was so sweet.
It was precious, the companions part. And I loved that K9 got picked as the favorite companion.
The ultimate Doctor Who companion. I was like, is it going to be Bernard?
Oh, that would have been sweet, too, if it had been Bernard Cribbage.
Cribbins.
Cribbins?
It's Bernard Cribbins.
Oh, sorry.
Cribbage.
Cribbage is a game. My brain's not working very well today. Okay, I think that's all the Doctor Who for the moment.
For the
moment. Okay, I got some new yarn this week from Ginger Twist Studio, which is a local yarn store here in Edinburgh. And so she posted pictures of this on Facebook, and I was like, I have to have it. So this is Knit Call by Adrafil. And the colorway name is Fantasy Novel. It's a little brighter than it's showing up on the screen. But I bought 2 skeins of it. Well, actually 2 balls of it. They're 50-gram balls. 125 meters, so that's about, 135 yards or so. But I think I am going to knit the Zuzu's Petals cowl out of this. I've been wanting to do that one forever. And I think this will be beautiful. And then, I'm trying to reach it from the other couch. I got a swap package in the post today. I did the Christmas swap with Caithness Craft Collective, Louise's podcast, and Kelly, who is Shorty Sutures on Ravelry, and she also has an audio podcast. I believe it's called Shorty Sutures as well. So she sent me this really cute little card. with explanations of everything she sent. So you were supposed to send an ornament, and she actually sent two. Kelly, you did too much. You sent too much. You're so sweet. So here is one of the ornaments she sent me. Santa on a cupcake. A pink cupcake, of course. And this gorgeous pink. And it's like three-dimensional ball with hearts on it. So there's that. Will you wrap those back up so they don't break until we put them on the tree? And then she sent me, you were supposed to send 4 local things, which she modified just a little bit. She sent me, because she's from Texas, which is where we moved from. But she sent me some kind of local things. So the first thing, this one's actually from Oklahoma, which is fine because my mom is from Oklahoma. She was born there. This is called Head Country All-Purpose Championship Seasoning. And it's got like salt, garlic, onion, bell pepper, paprika, smoke flavoring, etc. in it. And you use it for beef, poultry, pork, fish, or you can use it in vegetable casseroles. And it smells so good. The hubs and I opened it earlier, and it was so yummy.
Also, the bubble wrap.
Oh, yes, I forgot the bubble wrap is pink. That was so brilliant. So she sent me that. She sent me this project bag with an adorable little bird on it that she got on a trip to D.C. this past year. Don't pop the bubbles. They'll be very loud. And then she sent me this cute little mini skein of Lion brand, and it's a turquoise color, but it's sparkly.
Oh, it is?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
And I can't remember what she said about this being local. Something about Lion brand is U.S., so that's local. And then, oh my gosh, I like squealed when I opened this. She sent me this yarn. It's washing it out a little bit. It's a little bit brighter. But she went ahead and wound for me on her Nasta pen. I have never before had Madeline Tosh yarn. And I have some. This is the Twisty K, so it's 100% superwash merino wool, 250 yards, in the Molly Ringwald colorway. And I'm so excited. I've already been hunting patterns on Ravelry to figure out what I'm going to knit with it because it's so beautiful. And it's so soft and squishy. And I love it. So thank you so much, Kelly. You were so sweet and you did too much. And I hope you like the package that I sent you. It got here so fast, she only posted it last Wednesday, so it got here in a week. So hopefully the package I posted last Wednesday got there today as well. We shall see. Now it's time for GGK Crafty Pad. So we have some pictures to show you, but we also have posted the December prompts list, so we'll be showing you that as well. So here are 5 of our favorite pictures for this week. And those are our favorite pictures for this week. Join in on the fun. It's never too late to join in. Most people post on Instagram, but there are a few other places that some people post. So we'd love to see your pictures, especially through the holiday season. It's so fun to take pictures as you celebrate and do things through the holidays. The only Scotland stuff this week is that we went on Monday night to our weekly knitting group. It was so much fun. It was so full. There was a lot of us this week. So if you're in the Edinburgh area, you're more than welcome to join us on Monday nights at the Town Mouse Knitting Club. And then upcoming on December the 7th, we have the Edinburgh Guild of...
The 7th?
Yeah, Weavers, Spinners, and Dyers.
I'm looking at the November calendar. That's a Thursday.
No, December 7th. So, like, a week and a half from now, which means we've got to get Seamless Salomas done. So we will be at the Edinburgh Guild of Weavers, Spinners, and Dyers on the 7th of December. We're having a Christmas party. All right, on to the next segment.
And now I'm going to talk about what we're watching.
Check the show notes for what we're reading.
Yeah.
All right, so we watched a little bit of...
We watched one episode.
Oh, yeah, only one episode, because we were watching other stuff this week. So we're still in season 2 of that. The Hubs and I are still watching season 2 of Chuck. We got through a few episodes of that. We started watching a new show. I know, it's crazy. We started watching The West Wing. So we've watched, about 7 episodes of season 1 of that?
8, I think.
8? So, we're watching that, all 3 of us, so that's kind of fun. The Hubs and I are still watching New Girl. All right, now we are to Revolution. This is episode 2.9, Everyone Says I Love You. So we found out that Neville's wife is not dead. I called it several episodes ago. Didn't I say, I bet she's not dead?
Yes.
And I was right. And now the nanotech started appearing to Aaron as a child. Like he's hallucinating. And as one of his childhood friends. And they are saying that Aaron woke them up. And so that they have to obey his commands. But then he sends them away. And then he wants them back. And it's crazy. And the guy with the mean guy that was trying to get Aaron to cure him with the brain tumor in his head told Aaron, you can't imagine what it's like to have a knitting needle jabbed in your head. And I said, well, you shouldn't have jabbed the knitting needle in your head then. I really did say that, but no, not really. But it made me laugh. Anyway, we're on hiatus for a little bit. The next episode will be 2.10, Climb the Mitchell Spot on the 12th of December. Next up, we have Arrow. Episode 2.7, State versus Queen. Guess what?
Malcolm Merlin is back.
The face of Beau is alive.
He's not good in this show.
He came back to life.
I mean, John Barrowman is good in this show, but his character is not good.
No, he's
in
bad.
this show.
No, his character's bad. But it makes me laugh because the Hubs and I were watching it, and it was all of a sudden he was on the screen. I was like, oh, the face of Beau is alive.
He can never die.
He can never die. And he's Thea's father.
Dun, dun, dun.
I didn't see that one coming. And he bribed the jury to get Moira off.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yes. And Oliver killed again because the Count, which is the guy from Fringe, who is now dead because he killed him, but he was about to kill Felicity.
Who's dead because he now killed him.
Yes, Oliver killed him because he was trying to kill Felicity.
And he's now dead.
Now he's dead.
Because he killed him.
Because he killed him. We're on a little hiatus from this. Episode 2.8, The Scientist, will be on the 4th of December. All right, you're up.
Okay. Elementary 2.9, On the Line.
Yes.
Okay, let's see. I'm trying to go chronologically. Okay, the creepy guy. The killer guy.
Oh,
Guy.
he's creepy.
He says, I like your place. And Sherlock says, the walls are a bit thin. They wouldn't contain our blood-curdling screams, but we call it home.
Sherlock.
And then... Okay. And I consider you to be exceptional, so I make an exceptional effort to accommodate you. And...
What was he being foreboding about?
Well, you said he was being foreboding. You said he was being, like, kind of...
Oh, that's right.
Yes, during that last scene.
I'm sorry, my brain's not really...
And then
here
was he
today.
painting a miniature version of the brownstone?
It was so cute.
Aw.
Aw, he's so sweet. Sometimes.
That was the point of what he was saying. That was the point of what he was saying.
So, we're on a little hiatus from it. When will it be back?
5th of December with 2.10 trimmers.
Yes. We are continuing to watch Season 1 of Once Upon a Time in Wonderland. We finished up Season 4 of Covert Affairs. It was the season finale. It was a good episode, but I don't remember what happened. Because we watched Doctor Who since then, and that's kind of taken over my brain. We watched The Big Bang Theory, the new episode. Oh, the Thanksgiving episode at Wallowitz's mom's house. Sheldon knows about football. Because he was forced to watch it by his father before he could do his homework. Normally, parents are like, you have to do your homework first. No, he punished him by making him watch football. And then last night we watched Season 9 episode of How I Met Your Mother. It was the rhyming episode. And it was so funny. It cracked me up. I think that she's wanting my computer.
I am. Okay. Before we get to Doctor Who, Castle 6.10, The Good, the Bad, and the Baby.
So sweet.
This was so adorable, and everyone wanted to hold the baby except Esposito. He's a killjoy. Man.
Well, and Beckett didn't want to hold him because she was afraid she would get attached.
And she held the baby, and
Sweet.
And Ryan is just adorable. Okay, I can't.
Ryan is adorable.
And
Thanksgiving, and she dressed up and forced him to.
I liked Martha's dress.
Oh, I know. I was glad to see Martha and Alexis back because it had been a few weeks. So when's the next episode?
On the 2nd of December, and we don't know what it's called. We might now.
We might now. When I was doing the show notes earlier, though, we did not know what it was called. All right, now it is the moment that you've all been waiting for.
I'm sorry, it got buried.
Let's try again. 1, 2, 3. My do-bobber pops off and yours doesn't, so that I can save myself in the memory.
In Cal?
Yes, in Cal. All right, so let us talk about...
Okay, we went to the cinema and saw this.
Oh, we forgot to bring our buttons in. They gave us buttons.
Yes, 50th anniversary.
50th anniversary buttons. Little ones, 4 of them. They're really cute.
Okay. We went to the cinema and saw this in 3D. And there was a little thing before it on the 2 doctors, 10 and 11, instructing viewers on how to put on their 3D glasses.
Yes.
And they were just like being dorks and just...
And Strax also instructed us on proper theater etiquette.
Yes. Like, okay. But in the thing with the 2 doctors, they're just like, 3D, I suppose you could say, adds third dimension. CSI theme.
Who are you?
Okay.
Who? I really want to know. Who
are you?
All right.
Okay.
I can't see what you typed, so
okay.
I will just add in words as you say them.
Okay, well, right before we went to the theater, I was going, what if they used the original credits?
Yeah.
And then, at the very beginning, they used the original opening credits.
Yes.
And it started the exact same way in Unearthly Child.
Yeah.
Panning out on the 76 Tartar's Lane junkyard sign and a policeman going on his...
Yeah. And then Clara,
she's a teacher at Coal Hill School, which is where Susan Foreman went. And...
Oh, that was so sweet.
And, I was trying to remember the quote she said.
But it said...
Waste no more time. Yeah, there was special emphasis on the words "no more" written on the board.
Which, of course,
and
had
right
emphasis
underneath
later.
it, the words we could see on the board were "no more time," which were, and then right under "no more" was "no more good man." Yeah, I think the quote was, "Waste no more time saying what a good man should be one," or something like that. It was a Marcus Marcus Aurelius. Quote.
Okay.
We're not even a minute into the Doctor Who episode, and I've just said all this.
Yes.
Okay.
So keep going.
She's got a motorbike!
And
Aw.
she rode it into the TARDIS. That was adorable.
Yes, and then the Doctor's like, draft, and then she closes the door by... I can't snap with my right hand. I'm better at this one.
Or opening and closing the TARDIS door.
You must be really annoyed right now, like, who's doing
Who's
this?
doing this to me?
Okay, and then the TARDIS gets picked up by a helicopter. But before that, Dr. and Claire did this cute hug thing, and then they did a high 10. But then the TARDIS got picked up by a unit helicopter because they thought no one was in it.
Yeah.
Silly unit. And then Kate mentioned Malcolm, and I'm thinking she means Malcolm Taylor from Planet of the Dead, who's just adorable. He's just like to the Doctor, "You're my best friend."
Oh, I remember him. He was adorable.
Yeah. And then the Doctor was using his phone outside of the TARDIS, which I guess he's gotten to work now.
Why didn't he just use his mobile?
I don't know, but the number that McGillip was called on was the same one of Martha's mobile that she gave him, so I guess he connected.
Maybe so.
Yes, and Doctor was trying to use the phone outside of the TARDIS to say, "Kate Lethbridge Stewart, what are you doing?" But then he fell.
And it was hanging on the bottom.
And it was hanging on the bottom of the TARDIS. Matt did that himself, and it was just adorable. And then we got the opening credits. He was just like hanging off the bottom of the TARDIS.
Mm-hmm.
Matt Smith! Okay. And then once I've landed in Trafalgar Square, Kate Lethbridge Stewart, a word to the wise, as I'm sure your father would have told you, I don't like being picked up.
Not many people do, I suppose. I don't want to be picked up by a crane and hanging from the bottom of the TARDIS. I mean, come on. It travels in time and space. Why can't I just ride inside?
Okay, and then no more. The Wart Doctor engraved that into a wall in Arcadia with a gun.
Yeah. No more.
Okay, and then once he has this moment thing, which in its box form just looks like a clockwork box, he said, "Now, how do you work? Why is there never a big red button?"
He loves big red buttons. He needs the what was the office supply company in the US that had a red button? Remember? And
Yes, it was an easy button.
Yeah, it was an easy button. I can't remember what company it was. They had an easy button and it was a big red button. Anyways.
I'm sure he might have one somewhere. Like when he used to have the crate, the grating at the bottom of the TARDIS, he pulled one of them out and had a box under there.
Oh, that's right, I remember that.
But now he doesn't have grating.
No, because the TARDIS has regenerated.
Oh, isn't he cool?
Yes. Alright, what's up next?
Okay, and then the War Dog, once the moment, which has taken the form of Bad Wolf Rose Tyler.
And he's the only one that can see her, which made me so sad that David and Matt couldn't see her.
No! And he says, "Don't sit on that," because she's sitting on the box thing. And she says, "Why not? Because it's the most dangerous weapon in the universe, not a chair." And then he takes her by the arm and makes her go outside. And then she reappears sitting on it again and says, "Why can't it be both?"
You know, a weapon of mass destruction and a chair? I mean, that's not too much to ask for, is it?
Okay, then the moment saying, "I'm opening windows on your future, a tangle in time through the days to come, to the man today will make of you." And then a fez drops out of the thing she's opened.
Yeah, the time portal.
Okay, I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah.
And then,
Fez, love it.
And then 10, it's a time fissure, a tear in the fabric of reality. Anything can happen. Then a fez falls out. For instance,
a fez.
A fez.
Fezzes are cool.
Okay, and then 11, to Osgood. I want a report in triplicate with lots of diagrams and graphs and complicated sums on my desk tomorrow morning ASAP. Pronto. LOL. Yes. Job.
But he doesn't even have a desk.
He wants a desk.
He wants a desk. He wants his own desk.
And a bit before that, when he was saying to Osgood, "Are you sciencey?" And she says, yeah, well, yes, I suppose. He said, "Do you have a name?" "Oh, yes." "Oh, I've always wanted to meet someone named Yes."
And she was the one wearing Four's scarf.
Yes, even though it's not actually accurate. It's either done in rib or stockinette, but it curls, so I think it's stockinette.
But it was still cute, and that was a nice nod to Four.
Okay, and then once 11's gone through the time portal,
Sure.
and he sees 10, he goes, "You're very skinny. That is proper skinny. I've never seen it from the outside. It's like a special effect." And then he grabs the fez off 10's head because he's put it on, because, like, you see fez follow, but time portal, you know, we gotta put it on.
Yes.
Says, "Oi, ha, matchstick man." Crazy. And then the banter between them and the entire scene,
was adorable.
and Matt's face when both the Elizabeths kiss 10 is just like...
He says, "I'm not gonna judge. I'm not gonna judge."
It's like, one of them is Zygon. Ew, I'm not judging you.
Yes.
And then they have to reverse the polarity of the time fisher. And so 11 says, "Hang on, it's not my fault. You are obviously not paying enough attention. Reverse the polarity." And then they both pull out the screwdrivers and do it. And then he says, "It's not working." Okay, hold on.
I'm reversing the polarity.
Okay. And then 10 says, "We're both reversing the polarity." And 11 says, "Yes, I know that." And then 10 says, "There's two of us. I'm reversing it, you're reversing it back again. We're confusing the polarity."
Yes.
Okay, and then when the War Doctor comes out of the time fissure, he doesn't fall over like Matt did. Matt, he's just there standing. And,
Yes.
and he
Just
says,
like John Hurt should be.
"Yes, John Hurt. Very. Yes.
Yes.
Very." And he says, says to 10 and 11, "Who are you boys?" "Oh, you must be his companions." And then goes, and I was like, "Companions? No."
They're not companions. They're the Doctor.
And the War Doctor says, "Why are you pointing your screwdrivers like that?"
So sorry, someone's at our door. We will stop for a moment. So sorry about the interruption. We had a delivery arrive at our door unexpectedly. So, we're back. On with the Doctor.
Okay, why are you pointing your screwdrivers like that? They're scientific instruments, not water pistols.
Okay.
Okay. And then Clara through the time fissure says, "Doctor, what's going on?" And 11 says, "It's a timey-wimey thing." And the Doctor's like, "Time," and the War Doctor's like, "Timey what? Timey-wimey?" It's like, "Seriously, are you children?" Like, the War Doctor is 800% done with 10 and 11's nonsense.
Yes. He just does not get it.
Like, no. Okay. And then 11, "I demand to be incarcerated in the Tower of London with my co-conspirators, Sand Shoes and Grandad." Wait, did I miss one? I did. Okay. Earlier in the scene between 11 and 10, 11 says, "Oh, he's cool. Isn't he cool? I'm the Doctor, and I'm all cool. Oops, I'm wearing sand shoes."
Yes, so we have the nicknames of Granddad, Sand Shoes, Chinny. Was that all of them? And Clara is the witch. Yeah. Oh, yeah, right there it is. Oi, Chinny.
Like, "Oi, Chinny."
Yes.
And River's heels from the time of Angels are in the Black Archive.
That was so cool.
Yeah, they are a deadly weapon. And
They
also
are.
the Magna Clamps. And
Oh,
Jack's
from,
Doomsday.
yeah, from Doomsday.
And Jack's Vortex Manipulator.
Yes.
Well, it's not in the weapons part of it, but it's in there.
No, it's in there, though. Yeah.
And so pretty much all of the Doctor's companions have visited the Black Archive.
They just wipe their minds so they don't remember.
Then the War Doctor says, "Do you have to talk like children? What is it that makes you so ashamed of being a grown-up?" Like, no.
You know, I
No.
think it's probably because of, I think it's a reaction to what he did as the War Doctor in doing what he did to Gallifrey and killing all the people and all those children. And so it's an adverse reaction of, well, I was so bad and had to make this decision, I'm going to be childish, kind of, and then maybe not even a conscious decision. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And this is between the War Doctor and 11, and the War Doctor says, "Did you ever count? Count what? How many children there were on Gallifrey that day?"
Yeah.
I have absolutely no idea.
That was so sad.
Oh, gosh.
So sad.
And we got to see little baby Time Lords and Time Ladies.
Yes. Oh, it was so sad. It made me cry.
And Bad Wolf Rose says, "They're you, the man who regrets and the man who forgets."
Yeah. That part made me so sad because they couldn't hear her saying all this. Yeah.
And then 11 laughs, and 10 says, "Is something funny? Did I miss a funny thing?" 11 says, "Sorry. It just occurred to me that this is what I'm like when I'm alone." I'm gonna... No. And then the War Doctor says, "With your sand shoes and your dicky bow." Yeah, it's not a real bow tie, it's a dicky bow tie. It's a clip-on. And the War Doctor says, to 10, "You let this place," about his TARDIS, "you let this place go a bit." Evan says, "It's his grunge phase. He grows out of it."
Yeah.
And 10 says to the TARDIS, "Don't you listen to them."
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's 11. 11 says, "Hey, look, the round things."
So from the first TARDIS.
Yeah. And 10 says, "I love the round things." And then, what are the round things?
No idea.
They're just cool.
Yeah.
Then the scene where all three of them are on Gallifrey and I am the Doctor and...
Place. Oh, yeah.
Gosh. Yeah. And then 10 says... Wait, no. War Doctor says, "Hello." 10 says, "I'm the Doctor." 7 says, "Sorry about the Dalek." And Clarice is also with the showing off. And then this is between Bad Wolf Rose and the War Doctor.
Yeah.
You know the sound the TARDIS makes? That wheezing, groaning.
Mm-hmm.
That sound brings hope wherever it goes. And the War Doctor says, yes, I like to think it does." Then Bad Wolf Rose says, "To anyone who hears it, Doctor, anyone, however lost, even you."
Yeah.
I'm gonna cry.
Mm.
And Bad Wolf Rose says, "You clever boys."
Oh, that's so sweet.
The War Doctor says, "Oh, Bad Wolf girl, I could kiss you." Bad Wolf Rose says, "Yeah, that's gonna happen." And Tin says, "Sorry, did you just say Bad Wolf?"
That was the part that made me the saddest, because I was like, she's right there, and you can't see her!
And even though it wasn't actually a Rose. And 11 is just like...
Yeah.
Okay, and then the General, the Time Lord General, says, "It's delusional. The calculations alone would take hundreds of years." Tin says, "Oh, hundreds and hundreds. But don't worry. I started a very long time ago."
So Moffat is rewriting history.
And then all the doctors come on. And then the General says, "Dear God, all three of them. It's all my worst nightmares at once." And then, no sir, all 13 with Peter Capaldi as the 12th Doctor. For like 7 seconds, we see him pulling the lever. We see him pulling the lever thing. I forget what it's called. It's like the last thing he pulls before the TARDIS takes off. So he pulls on it, and then he looks up, and we see like just this part of it.
And it's like, oh my gosh, Peter.
But it sounded like there was something between No Sir and all 13. Like someone was like or something. I don't know. We need to rewatch it. We only watched it twice, as opposed to when the snowmen came out. We watched it like 5 times in one day. Okay, and I think you can figure out who's saying what from this bit. Geronimo! Alonzi? Oh, for God's sake.
Yeah.
And then at the end, after they've saved Gallifrey, but they don't know that they've saved Gallifrey, they're just like, we hope this works. The War Doctor says, but now, for this moment, I am the Doctor again. Thank you.
Oh. Because he's never considered himself the Doctor.
No. And then when he goes back into his TARDIS, he starts to regenerate, and he says, of course it makes sense. Wearing a bit thin, he means his body. He says, I hope the ears are a bit less conspicuous this time.
Oh, and were you just hoping that even though they had said Christopher Eccleston wasn't in it, that it was going to be him for just a second?
Yeah, and they used archive footage of him during the Saving Gallifrey bit.
Yeah.
He said, and now for my next trick, which is from The Parting of Ways.
Yeah. When the War Doctor regenerates for just a second, you see part of Christopher's eye.
Yeah, I could see it. Like, I could see, because his face was becoming more round-ish.
I was just like, oh, come on, let it have all been a lie, and Christopher's really in it, but he wasn't.
Now we know the War Doctor's last words, but we still don't know Nine's first words.
No, we don't.
The first words we hear him say are run.
Yeah.
But that's it. Ah!
Yeah.
And Tin says, after the War Doctor's gone, he says, oh, never say nothing. Anyway, good to know my future is in safe hands. Keep a hold tight on it, Clara. And then he gives her a kiss on the hand. It's like, oh!
Yes. And then,
right as he's going back into his TARDIS, Trinzalore, we need a new destination, because I don't want to go. And then after he's warped away, Eleven says, he always says that.
I don't want to go. Oh, it made me cry all over again.
Oh. Okay. And then after Clara's gone back into the TARDIS, because she sees that the Doctor needs a few minutes alone with his Gallifrey painting. And the Doctor's just by himself. He goes, I could be a curator. No, well, Clara says, I think there was an old man looking for you. I think he might have been the curator.
Yeah.
And then she goes into the TARDIS and closes the door. And Eleven's by himself. And he says, I could be a curator. I'd be great at curating. I'd be the great curator. I could retire and do that. I could retire and be the curator of this place. And then we hear a voice, and he says, you know, I really think you might. And, crying for 50 years, because we didn't see who it was at first. We just saw part of a shoulder and some white hair. But then it went to his face, and it was Tom Baker.
I mean, like, when he started talking, I leaned over to the mirror, and I was like, you don't think. And then it was.
And the entire scene between Eleven and the curator is just, oh my goodness, like, who knows, eh? Who knows? And he's just doing the same mannerisms that he had, like, gosh, I don't even remember when Tom Baker was the Doctor. I think it was sometime in the 70s. Like, about same mannerisms from 40 years ago. Just,
And I don't know that you wrote it in there, the change of the name of the painting. Because there was the debate between whether the painting was Gallifrey Falls or No More, but him as a curator confirmed that it is Gallifrey Falls, No More.
And it's just like, I mean, we saved it. Like, and the curator says, oh, how would I know I am merely a humble curator? And just...
Oh, it made me cry.
And then this end monologue. Okay, I'm going to say it all to you. I copied it out of a thing. Okay. Clara sometimes asks me if I dream. Of course I dream, I tell her. Everybody dreams. What do you dream about? The same thing that everyone dreams about, I tell her. I dream about where I'm going. She always laughs at that. You're not going anywhere. You're just wandering about. That's not true. Not anymore. I have a new destination. My journey is the same as yours, the same as anyone's. It's taken me so many years, so many lifetimes, but at last I know where I'm going. Where I've always been going. Home. The long way around. And then it pans out and it has all 12 Doctors. It's not including the 12th Doctor, Peter Capaldi, because it's 11's dream sequence. People are like, why isn't 12 in there? He helped save Gallifrey too. Well, it's because it's 11's dream sequence, and he doesn't know what
but
it
it
looks
has 1 through 11 and John as the War Doctor.
Yeah, it has John as the War Doctor, and it had all of them, and I'm gonna say something funny here right quick, but then go back to the serious thing. You see, while he's walking out of the TARDIS, you see all the backs of all the Doctors, like browns and blacks, and then 6 with his Technicolor time coat.
Yeah, that was beautiful. I was so glad that they did that and showed all of them.
Yeah, and it had 11 right in the middle of the semicircle, but then right behind him, standing by himself, was the first Doctor.
Yeah. Oh.
And it was just gorgeous.
It was beautiful.
And then the credits, it had 13 people listed as the Doctor. Like, the Doctor, Matt Smith, Peter Capaldi, David Tennant, John Hurt, Christopher Eccleston, and it kept going.
Tom Baker, William Hartnell, and all of them.
Yeah, and we stayed through the whole credits, and it had the faces of all the Doctors.
Yeah.
At the end. And then, they didn't show this in the theater for some reason.
Yeah, I don't
know.
Because
BBC tweeted, stay tuned for after the end credits of Doctor Who, but they just stopped it after the credits. I don't know. And it was the preview for the
Christmas special.
The time of the Doctor.
Yes, because the name of it has been confirmed now. The time of the Doctor.
I was really hoping it was going to be called something like Silent Night or 12th Night.
Or I was thinking 11's Goodbye, or something.
Well, I was thinking Silent Night and 12th Night because they're both Christmas
That's
themed.
true. That's true.
And no, Daleks and Cybermen and Silence and Weeping Angels, and who's that female voice saying Trinzalor? And he's wearing his outfit from the Snowman, and at the end of the Day of the Doctor, he had hope in his eyes because it's like, I can find Gallifrey again. But then he dies in the next episode, and oh my gosh. No.
I'm not ready. Less than a month. There's some people upset because Moffat rewrote history.
Yes.
But I don't have a problem with it because he's a time traveler. And he has changed his own timeline before, even though he's not supposed to. And so, what better reason to change your own timeline than to save an entire world?
Than to save your own people.
Yeah.
I mean, and the Time Lords have their problems. Like, in the classic series, they had the strict policy of not interfering with other peoples and places. And in the second Doctor's last episode, I almost said the 12th Doctor's last episode. In the second Doctor's last episode, he was saying, I may be guilty of many things, including, I don't know, it was just something about interfering and how it was not something to be guilty of.
Yeah.
The laws of the Time Lords. But 4 was Lord President of Gallifrey.
Yeah.
And
so.
And 9 doesn't. Sorry.
They probably couldn't hear that. There was a kid yelling out in the foyer.
And 9 won't be able to remember. Not 9, 10, 11 won't be able to remember any of this that happened.
Well, I think 11 will.
I don't know.
Because it happened chronologically for him, but 9 and 10 I don't think will remember.
Yeah. So they'll still feel the guilt, like.
Which is sad. But it was good. It was really good. We really enjoyed it, and I'm so glad we got to see it in the theater. Even though it gave me a migraine with the 3D. But it was really good. I really enjoyed it. And it was fun to watch it with other people who are as excited about Doctor Who as we are.
Yes, there was lots of gasping when Tom Baker came on, and gasping when Peter Capaldi came on.
And clapping and cheering.
Yeah, there was cheering. I think there was some cheering when Tom Baker came on. And
And when Peter came on.
Yeah, and then... Yeah, and when David first came on in the pre-thing, the put on your 3D glasses thing, people were like, woo! And then at the end, after the end credits, there was just applause. And then someone said, again! And then we clapped some more.
Yes. It was so good. So we highly recommend you watching that episode because it was amazing. So, happy 50th anniversary, Doctor Who. We love you.
Happy 50th anniversary.
All right, on to the next segment.
And now we're going to talk about our September, October, November giftable gal. I'm sorry, I had my 3D glasses on my head.
So we are coming up to the end of this giftable cal. You have, from the time we're recording this, about 3.5 days left. We'll be closing the thread on Ravelry on the morning of December 1st. So if you have crafted a project that is a gift for someone, make sure and get it entered by Saturday. And we'll have 4 prizes that we will give away next week. We are currently up to 211 entries. Oh my gosh. Y'all are amazing. Crazy amazing. Oh my gosh. So, do you want to say who finished projects this week?
This week, people who finished projects are Afraid Lee, who's Kim, Sundaisy920, who's Angie, Maggie TN, who is Florence, Dragonfly7673, who is Vicky, Embroidery Queen, who is Nicole, Elle McCall, who is Linda, and Mrs. Boomer, who is Kirsten? I'm sorry. Jen Loves Callie, who's Jenny, Borculo, who's Mary, Apple380, who is Jamie, Shrona the Mom, who is Sharon, Kelly Cron, and Kelly Cron, who is Kelly. Kelly!
Y'all are awesome. So, I'm excited to see how many entries we finish with. And we will be announcing those prizes next week. And we're to the end of our show. We want to remind y'all that starting on December 1st, we will be starting our December-January Winter Wonderland Cal. What can they enter in the Winter Wonderland Cal, Damaris?
Anything you want, as long as you can somehow prove that it's related to winter. Like if it's white or blue, those are winter colors. Or if it's something about a winter holiday, or that it keeps me warm during cold winter months.
Or it's red or green because those are Christmas colors and Christmas comes during winter. Or, or I've challenged myself to knit 12 pairs of socks in 2014, and here's the pair that I knit for January, because that's in winter. So if you can prove to us that it's somehow related to winter, you can enter it. And then be watching for information about the Ravelinics in February. We'll get that out to you as soon as we know. I think that's everything. Why don't you tell them where they can find us online?
You can find us at geekygirlsnet.blogspot.com. There are links to everywhere else we're online. Blip, iTunes, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Ravelry, etc.
Yep. So take your GDK Crafty Pad pics and post them. We love seeing them. And we hope y'all have a lovely week. To our fellow Americans, happy Thanksgiving. We'll be having a modified Thanksgiving here in Scotland tomorrow. And everybody else, have a great rest of the week. Happy knitting. Love y'all. Peace.
I did it wrong. Close enough.
Bye.
Bye.